This is a weekly live today, so we want to talk about it. Weekly series where we talk to mental health experts about the weird and confusing times that we're going through right now. And today's topic is staying busy. I think this topic is very important to me because right now we're inside right now and we can stay in our heads a lot and it could be mentally straining. So we're going to bring on our expert today and we're going to talk about it. All right, guys? Cool. Hey,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm, you know, for being in the middle of a pandemic and having gray roots that make me look like Billie Eilish's grandma, I'm okay.
Oh, it's awesome,
How are
awesome,
you?
awesome. I'm fine. I'm doing fine. I'm doing well.
Good.
I just enjoying my day today. Yeah.
You're
Thank you.
sheltering with your family, right?
Yes, I'm sheltering with my family. You as well, right?
I am. I am.
That's good. That's good.
They're playing Fortnite over there right now.
Oh, okay. I was just playing that. Like I play that sometimes, like at nighttime. So yeah, I enjoy my time playing Fortnite. But thank you for joining me today. Do you mind introducing yourself to everyone?
Sure. My name is Nancy Lublin, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Crisis Text Line, which is 24/7 mental health support at your fingertips. In the US or Canada, you just text 741-741 and someone will help you out. So if you're feeling freaked out or depressed or isolated or, you know, or some other bad stuff is going on, you don't have to be alone. And there's a crisis counselor waiting to help you.
Awesome. You said 741-741, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, just make sure everyone knows that. But that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do so. I have a few questions for you today, just
Okay.
about just staying busy and hobbies and what we can do. So here's my first question: what kind of stressors are people experiencing right now during COVID-19?
Yeah, so at the beginning of COVID, people were using words like freaked out, panic. It was a lot of anxiety. It was a lot of anxiety. And just in the last week, it's kind of tipped from anxiety to depression and isolation. People are like, there's only, so much time I can spend at home locked up. I want my life to start again. And
Yeah.
so we're still seeing a lot of people feeling anxious and scared, but now we're seeing more people feeling depressed and isolated.
Is there any like tips you can recommend for coping?
Yeah, good
Yeah.
question. So we're seeing people turn to different things. So again, we're always here at 741-741 if people need help, but also by here I mean Crisis Text Line, not at Netflix.
Oh
And
yeah.
so there's some things that people are turning to. So people are really turning to family, and we're seeing in the data that people are turning to mom at twice the rate they're turning to dad. So everybody wants their mom right now. And we're seeing people turn to pets a lot. I don't know, do you have a pet?
Yes, I have two dogs and a cat. So
Nice.
yeah, I take him out every morning, and I was hang out with my cat sometimes when he wants to be bothered.
Well, that was what I was going to say. I think the dogs are really happy to be being walked, and the cats are like, what are you doing in my house?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but yeah, so people are really turning, and actually they're turning to dogs over cats at a 2-to-1 ratio. And then people are also turning to friends, and they're turning to
Yeah.
friends who maybe they haven't even talked to in a long time, like that person you haven't seen since you were 10, or that friend who maybe like you had a falling out and you feel bad about it, but like this is the time to get back in touch with them. Or that cousin you only see at Christmas. This is a really good time to reach out to all those people. So people are really connecting, and they're doing it like this. They're doing it on video. They're doing it on phone, not just text.
Hmm.
So it's pretty cool to see the things people are turning to.
Yeah, that is very true. I personally, I feel like video games have helped me a lot too, because
Nice.
I get to go on the mic, I talk to people. It's like a different world, so that's definitely helped me a lot.
It's
Yeah,
an escape. Like
yeah,
I get it.
definitely.
It's an escape. Normally in my house, we kind of have some rules about video games, and right now all of those rules are just out the window. I think my son is playing like 7 hours of Fortnite a day, and I'm like,
Well, really,
okay. Yeah.
I guess, yeah, yeah, yeah. And also, I feel like being inside could be mentally straining for a lot of
Yes.
people because they have to deal with themselves, and there's not much to do inside. So yeah,
Totally. Totally.
that's
There's a lot of binging going on. Are you binging anything in particular? Are you watching anything?
In the beginning of quarantine, I binge watched On My Block and Ozark.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So what about you?
So, let's see. We binge watched Tiger King. I will admit
Okay.
that.
I
We
need to check that
definitely.
out. I know I saw so many like memes and stuff about it. I need to
Did
check
you
it out.
watch it?
No, my family has. I haven't checked it out yet. I need to
Okay.
check.
I'm just gonna say everybody thinks Carol did it, and I think you're innocent until proven guilty. I know
Okay.
there's gonna be a lot
Okay.
of comments here. I'm just saying. I'm just
Got
saying.
you.
And
Understood.
what we're seeing in our data is that people are binging a lot of feel good things. They're binging a lot of feel good things like
Hmm.
Parks and Rec and The Office,
Yeah.
baking shows, a lot of cooking shows.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
but then there's a whole bunch of people who are binging like Grey's Anatomy, which seems like, why would you want to watch a medical show right now? I don't get that. I would love to be binging
I
season
think everyone's
4.
just. Yeah.
I'd love to
Sorry.
binge Stranger Things season 4 right now. When is
I
that
know.
coming?
I know. We were just in the middle of filming, but this whole pandemic just kind of just messed everything up. But
Any idea when it's coming? Your followers are going to be really happy for me asking you this right now.
I have I'll tell you after the live. I don't
Okay.
I want to keep them waiting.
Okay, but I know we'd love to be in the Upside Down right now. Not really. That's
No,
scary.
no,
Very
I
scary.
don't want to be there right now.
Very scary.
But yeah, I have another question for you as well.
Okay.
What have you heard that are making young people anxious?
Great.
Yeah.
Great question. So, look, some of this is dark, right? Like being quarantined at home. Nobody wants to be quarantined at home right now, and some people are quarantined at home with people who are abusive or who have an alcohol problem, and this is a hard time for people with substance abuse or abusive tendencies and things like that. So there are some young people right now who are really struggling and are really nervous about the violence at home and the limitations at home. There are also a lot of people who are worried about food and where they're going to get food from. They're worried about their parents on the front lines. So we've been hearing from a lot of people with parents who are delivery people, who are working in, at grocery stores, who are in work that they have to keep working. And kids are nervous for their parents. And that makes a lot of sense.
That's very true. That is very true. What could you say about self-care? Like kids right now about self-care?
There are so many, the number one, there's so many things you can do to take care of yourself. I'll tell you the number one thing we see from young people is music. Like, and it doesn't matter if it's BTS or Lizzo and like everything in between.
Yeah.
Just whatever makes you feel strong, like do more of that. So music makes people feel strong. A lot of art, like a lot of doodling and journaling and making art, all of that stuff that you thought, oh, it would be really cool to make that. Like this is the time to get to make it, whether it's a video or a painting or whatever. This is a great time for crafts, actually, for art. Exercise. And then a lot of people are cooking. Some people, I will say, we're seeing some people cook healthy things and some people cook unhealthy things. I don't know. Are you doing any cooking? What are you guys making?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I made some spaghetti for my family like a few nights ago, so that
Nice.
was pretty yeah, but yeah, we're doing a lot of cooking. We're not eating out as much. I mean, I have been seeing a lot of people, cooking like nice desserts, baking some nice desserts and stuff. So
I'm all about Rice Krispie treats, and my
really?
family was really impressed with my Rice Krispie treats until they saw that it's only 3 ingredients. It's like the easiest, most delicious thing to make ever.
It is. What do you have to do?
Oh my gosh, it's like a little bit. You don't even need to measure. It's like a little bit of butter and some marshmallows, and you just melt them together, and then you pour in the Rice Krispies, and that is all.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's
Awesome.
that easy.
Bet. I might have to try it.
Yeah. And they're always delicious. Like, who doesn't like a Rice Krispie treat?
I don't know. I used to not like them when I was younger, but I actually love them now. I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see if any of the people have any questions for you as well. Does anyone have any questions for her? She can, recommend.
Any questions about mental health, how you can get support, self-care? Trying to think other good self-care tips. You are, let's see, a lot of different languages. You have followers all over the world, Caleb.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. It's
so great. Yeah,
yes.
I saw Brazil. I saw people posting in Arabic. It's so great.
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions?
And then there's Crisis Text Line. Hi, Crisis Text Line waving. That's my organization.
Awesome.
Would you recommend going outside? Oh my gosh, that's a good question.
I'm sorry. What was the
one
question?
of the questions was would you recommend going outside? So look, if you go outside, be safe.
Yeah.
All of the recommendations that I've seen have said to wear a mask, that the COVID-19 can linger in the air for several hours. So wear a mask if you go outside. But exercise is good, is important. Have you been exercising through this pandemic?
Yes, I have. I'll play some basketball a little bit. I'll go into the gym, do some push-ups, all that stuff as much as I can.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, really? Not me.
No.
My husband made us go on like what we've nicknamed a 10-mile death march last weekend. We walked.
Oh yes, you did tell me. Yeah.
10
What
miles
happened
last
again?
Saturday. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah. So look at this. Everybody putting the flags where they're from. You have a huge international following. That's so cool.
Yes, yeah, it's pretty cool.
One of the things that's exciting about Crisis Text Line is and there is help available in the United States, Canada, Ireland, and the UK. So we are in a lot of countries, and we just announced that we're going to expand to even more countries. We're going to expand in Spanish everywhere. I saw some Spanish followers there. So that's going to happen in about 9 months. We're going to be in French everywhere, English everywhere, Portuguese everywhere, and yes, Arabic everywhere.
Awesome.
So there you go. See, people are still asking. They just want to know about Stranger Things. They're really they just want to. Oh, but let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this then.
Yes.
What would Lucas be doing in a pandemic?
Ooh, I feel like he would definitely, stack up on just food and,
besides Eggo waffles, what else would? By the way, it is your fault, you guys on Stranger Things, that I have to keep Eggo waffles in my house.
I love Eggo waffles. I loved it even before Stranger Things. That's so funny.
They're delicious. So you know what we're eating for here you go. Here's self-care. Eggo waffles, an Elvis sandwich on an Eggo waffle. You take an Eggo waffle and you toast it, and then you put peanut butter and slices of banana. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Wait, bananas?
I lost it. Bananas and peanut butter inside Eggo waffles. I'm telling you.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Okay. Interesting.
And when you put the bananas in it, then your mom will be like, "Oh, that's healthy."
Oh, that's healthy. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you think? So what do you think your character would be doing for self-care in a pandemic?
I think he would just stack up on I don't know, like food. I think he'd definitely be prepared, have a slingshot ready.
Oh yeah.
Just in case, it's like every man for himself and he has to protect himself. I think he would just go further than everyone would be. I don't think he would go out. I think he would stock up a lot for sure. Nice. I think he's definitely prepared. I think he's prepared for a situation like this before anyone even knew about it. So
nice. So he's probably got masks.
Yeah,
ready.
Definitely.
He's got his N95 masks. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Nice. That's smart. Yeah, we didn't have any masks when this started. We had to order them. Any other questions about mental health or how to stay calm and feel strong during
Oh yeah, I would say people that are quarantining by themselves.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
12% of the people texting us are quarantined alone. I'm pretty grateful I got my family here. There's one. See, so I'm not alone. Yeah.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
I'm great.
Awesome. But that's because she's not alone. She's with me. She's so lucky. But I think quarantining alone would be a different kind of challenge. So we're encouraging those people to reach out by phone, to reach out by video to other people. We're encouraging them to even go old school and write letters, letters to people to try and stay engaged. One of the things that we've seen in our data is that this pandemic feels really overwhelming. When is it going to stop? And not able to feel control over it. And one of the things that we've seen in our data is that shrinking it down into a time frame that you feel like you can control. So what are you going to do tonight to stay strong? What are your plans tomorrow? Just make plans for one day at a time. And that's a really good way to feel. And so that's a good thing also for people sheltering alone.
Yeah, that is very true. Yeah, because my sleeping schedule's off sometimes, and it's just out of whack. Especially I eat late sometimes. I have this craving for just What do I eat? Jolly Ranchers at like 4 in the morning. It's not
Which
good.
flavor? Wait, which flavor? The green ones, the red ones, sour apple? What are we
The
talking?
blue ones. The blue ones.
Blue ones. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're a different generation.
I'm
Because I'm
just
all about the green sour
I'm
apple
just
Jolly
doing-
Rancher.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't think there were blue ones in my time. What are those? Raspberry? Blue raspberry? Like the Slurpee?
I think so. I think it's blue raspberry. Yeah.
Like the Slurpee. Like when are we all gonna eat a Slurpee again? When will it be safe to go to 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee?
I know. I just want to go to like a movie theater and just get like
Movie theaters. But instead you have Netflix. There you go.
Yeah, but Netflix
By the way,
is
can you
helping a lot.
imagine a pandemic without Netflix or the internet?
I think people would go. I mean, for people that weren't like before, the Netflix and Instagram and all those like social networks have come out. I think they would be fine because they were just kind of used to just interacting with who they were with. But I feel like if we didn't have this now, for people now, people would wouldn't know how to cope.
I think that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's if it happened to now, like if all of a sudden like something happened to Netflix or the internet, people would freak. But that's true. 20 years ago, people just didn't know what they were missing, unless there was like a time traveler in the mix who came back and like told them, "You guys, someday you're going to be able to stream movies and binge shows like all at once." And then there would be a revolution because people back there would be like, "What? I want that right now." But you're right.
I know.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, that's very true. There's so much content on Netflix, like you could never, get bored.
It's true. There's so much.
Yeah. Honestly. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Well,
I'm gonna see if there's one more question, and then I'm gonna let you go back
Okay.
and hang out with your family. But
and make some Rice Krispie treats.
Yes, make some Rice Krispie treats. I'm gonna try that too, and the waffles.
Do it if you do. Oh, I'm telling you, the Eggo waffles, little peanut butter. I'm partial. I'm smooth. Are you smooth or crunchy?
Sorry.
Peanut butter, smooth or crunchy?
Oh, smooth.
Same. Everybody who goes for crunchy, they're just wrong. So little Eggo waffle, a little smooth peanut butter, little sliced banana. I'm telling you, it's good stuff.
Yeah, there's not too many questions. It's just a lot of Caleb, how old are you? I love you. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. But yeah.
Caleb, I feel like because it's a pandemic, we should end with Hakuna Matata.
Oh, let's do it.
Because you were Simba, right?
Yes, I was in The Lion King on Broadway. Yes.
Yes. So I feel like you're like an expert.
So you want me to sing?
I mean, will you just give us a little Hakuna Matata? We're in a pandemic.
Man, you want to sing it with me?
Only if you're okay with me singing it off key.
I'm probably going to sing it off key too, because I'm trying to think of.
All I remember is the chorus.
Okay,
Hakuna Matata means no worries. No, is that not how it goes? How does it go? Free philosophy. There you go. My daughter remembers it.
Yep.
Hakuna Matata.
There
Okay, well,
it is.
I feel like that was good. I feel like we butchered it, but it's the right spirit. It's the right philosophy for getting through COVID-19.
Yes, definitely.
Hakuna Matata. Caleb, it was so nice talking to you. Thank you for letting me in and talking about self-care in a pandemic.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us the tips, your tips. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Later.
I don't. I'm still on. How do I get out?
Okay, we're just going to bypass it.
I'm trying to. Did it freeze? Mine froze.